what is the advantage of this over more traditional advisory, which would have been maybe just people discussing on forums or in DMs or something?
Well, yeah, that's the right question, I'll say. First of all, in normal, typical DAO governance, only delegates actually have a say, right? Only people that have delegated tokens can vote, and usually only those comment on the forums or talk about proposals in the Telegram chats and so on, right? So the amount of people that are involved is a very select few. Is only the bigger delegates, I would say, right? And there's an inherent discrepancy between huge delegates and smaller delegates. Sometimes the bigger delegate has 200 times more voting power than a smaller delegate. So their voice and their opinion counts 200 times more. So that's a normal token-weighted voting DAO delegation paradigm that we've been following for a while, right? Which means that not a lot of people are involved. But on prediction markets, everybody that has some money to bet, they can bet, right? And they can arbitrage and try to make some money out of predicting the right outcome. So the universe of users that would be able to use this kind of advisory futarchy markets is much bigger. So that's the first thing that I find interesting, is that it is much more accessible to many more people, and somehow, following the idea of wisdom of the crowds, it can be a better representative of more brains trying to figure out if this proposal will be a good impact or a bad impact on the community, right? And also, I think from the two previous experiments, the bigger ones, I think it has been used by delegates as another source of information on how to decide how to vote on the specific proposal, because there have been indeed a few big delegates on both Gnosis and Claris that have voted, and the vote reason that they casted with their vote is, well, the futarchy market said no, meaning the token price will go up if the proposal doesn't pass. So I'm voting for the proposal not to pass. So yeah, it being an advisory to delegates and to bigger delegates is interesting, because we're getting to a point where in DAO governance, delegates are getting really, really saturated of reading a bunch of proposals, following a bunch of forum comments to try to figure out how to decide to vote on proposals. And there is indeed a bunch of delegates that vote and they don't even read proposals, right? And so if they could just, go to the vote and figure out, oh, the market is saying X, so I'm going to vote X. It's an interesting, lazy way of doing it, at least.